everyone. Welcome to Floss Toss. I'm Rachel.
I'm Sue.
And I'm Rachel or what am I? I'm
Treehouse.
Treehouse Fiber Arts on Instagram and my treehousefiberarts.com website.
And I'm Knit24 and Legacy Fiber Arts.
Yeah, welcome to number 38 of Floss Toss. We are so glad you found us. And if you're new, welcome. I know we have a few new people that have joined on, and we just appreciate you're here. If you like what you see, feel free to subscribe to us. Hit the bell. What else do they say, Sue? Like us.
And if you don't like us, that's okay. Just keep going.
Yeah, there's so many good.
That's what Glennon Doyle always says.
Exactly.
And if you don't like us, it's okay.
It's been a crazy 2 weeks around here. It has been so cold, so much snow. Love it. I love winter.
I know. And I'm so sad because we had a major snowstorm last weekend, but we weren't here. So we missed it. I have not seen the snowfall yet this year.
Oh.
I really don't think I have, just in like tiny increments, because quite often it snows during the night. So
that's a bummer.
I know. So I missed it. And Winnie Girl loves the snow. She looks like
it's too deep here.
Oh, well, even Winnie, she's up to her chest. Her legs are gone.
Yeah. Oh,
she loves it. She loves it. Yeah.
Well, I had a busy couple weeks finishing up our January club. So I did do some stitching. I can't wait to share. I did get a new fabric that I want to share with everyone because I think it will be really good for us cross stitchers for finishing.
Nice.
And I know a lot of you cross stitchers out there are sewists and whatnot.
Yep.
And I have a book I want to share. What about you?
I have a finish. I have a 1, 2, 3. 2 starts and 1 whip.
2 starts. I want to start something so bad, but I really am feeling good. I'm focusing on one thing, although I'm going to show you a start that I'm going to start today.
It's very interesting because I am so driven to finish now, which is a complete change in this time of my life compared to when I used to be a stitcher. It's a complete change. And I did have 2 starts, and it isn't as thrilling for me anymore to start. It used to be a thrill. Like I couldn't wait to start. I've lost that because I have such a desire to have these pieces on my wall because they are beautiful.
Yes.
They're beautiful. Yes. So I was trying to see how I was going to shift my focus. And I think I have successfully onto a piece that I want to finish.
Well, we started some really big. Your daughter is on her live stream.
I know.
Right now. I got to turn my phone off. We both started the last 2 years. We've started some really big ones that we really need to finish and get on our walls. Big time.
Yes. Are you ready?
Well, yes. First, though, I thought I've had a few people say, can you show us what the club was for January?
Yes.
And Sue and I are collaborating. Sue's the dyer. I'm the organizer person. I don't know what you'd call me.
You're the finisher. Like
the finisher. What is that? Sounds like from The Sopranos.
Well, that's exactly. What was that show? Oh my gosh.
Closer.
No, the one with Kerry Washington. It was so good. The president and Scandal. Oh. And they were, they did that.
Okay, cool.
They cleaned everything up.
Yes.
That's
I'm the cleaner upper. So we have this fiber club, the Legacy Fiber Arts quarterly fabric of the month club. We do 40 count and 36 count linens in fat quarters and fat halves, or we do Aida in 14, 16, 18 count. And I'll share with you what we did. Well, first of all, I'm going to show you the Aida because it's fabulous. And our Aida stitchers are so excited to actually have a club of their own, I think.
Yes, and you have been getting such amazing emails and then passing them on to me, which I had said earlier. I appreciate it so much because we work in our own little worlds, in our own little houses, and we hope and pray people are going to like what we do. And it's, I can go from thinking something is just great to like, oh, I don't like it at all, so
Oh, I know.
that feedback is so lovely and so appreciated.
So I'm going to hope that this shows up really well. This is the 18 count Aida. Now it is going to show up in a minute. Here we go. How does it look, Sue?
Good.
Yes, we called this one Old North Church, and we really wanted to
really good.
Good. We really wanted to start with a real neutral that honestly you can stitch anything on this. It's gorgeous.
And I have a feeling quite often, like that is our goal, is to stay pretty neutral. And then if we do have colors, those will go right in your shop, right? Like that, we're working on a few of those.
Yeah.
But I already have, I think I have next month's. I'm pretty sure I've settled on it, which I'm so excited about, and I can't wait to get started. It's not
our
next
thinking.
month. It's
Our
like,
thinking with the club is if you're in a club, you probably don't have an idea of what you want to stitch because you don't know what the club's going to be. So if we send to you something that really will work on a lot of things, this will be a great item, great piece of linen or Aida to put in your stash.
Yeah.
Pull out. So Old North Church, and with it you get a little blurb on the actual Old North Church, and I stuck on here Paul Revere's Ride, the poem that I know a lot of people had to memorize in grade school because my dad knows it by memory, I believe.
Tell me the start and then I'll know.
Listen, my children, and you shall hear of the midnight ride of Paul Revere.
Here. Do you think, no, because you didn't live in New England?
No, I didn't.
I feel like that's familiar to me. I couldn't recite it though.
Yeah.
Oh, the packaging was beautiful.
So, in our clubs, we like to dazzle you with the dyeing. And those of you who like to learn a little something, and then we always like to pop in an extra little something. And this time was a classic colorwork skein. A lot of you got the colorway Cupid, and then we expanded our club, and I ran out of Cupid. So you got some other colors that I threw in that I thought would look pretty. So
yeah,
that is our club.
I think people really, really appreciated all of it. I could never have thrown that all together. I'm so grateful that I'm the dyer and you're the closer.
It's so finisher. I like finisher.
You're the finisher.
I'm the closer. I like the closer too.
The closer sounds a little mysterious.
Okay, I'm the closer.
Closer.
Because I always want to be more mysterious.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to get the fabric from Sue for the next one and get all creative on my closer side.
And it's so funny because once I sent you that last box of Aida, I thought, oh, I can breathe again. And immediately I was like, no, I can't. I got to get going. The club is huge. It's huger than we thought it would be.
Thank you.
So grateful.
Yeah.
So grateful.
What a thrill. And what a thrill. Like I'll get an email and it'll be, this club has been canceled. Oh no, they didn't like the club. Well, then I see that they actually reordered the bigger version of the club. So that is like, thank you to those folks too, who.
Yeah, it makes sense for that first one, having no idea like what it's going to be, what my dyeing skills are, what your closer skills are. And
will we actually get fabric in the mail?
I know. Will we get fabric? That part is the most stressful. And I think we're, so far it's been okay. And we'll hope that stays that way.
Yeah. So thank you. And both clubs are still open. We have a few more spots in the Aida club than we do left in the linen club. We do have a cap. So we're reaching that point. And if you want to get in on it, you should still be able to at this point.
Yeah.
Oh, let's talk about cross stitch. I want to see what you have been working on. My favorite part of these calls.
Well, this is huge.
I don't even know what to say. I know it's what it's going to be, and I'm. Wait, is this an FO?
It's an FO.
Oh my gosh.
The
Oh
only
my.
thing I haven't done is personalized it.
Hmm.
And like, look at it, look at it, look at it.
It's gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I can't wait to see it in your big black frame.
I cannot believe that when I got this book, I thought, oh, wow, I had no clue. My brain in no way went to this will be a finish for me in my lifetime. I started this probably, of course, I didn't write it down. I'm being much better so far this year. Probably the end of the first or second week of November.
That's what I was going to say, because I bought that pattern in Madison for the Wisconsin game we went to, and that was in October, early November. And then you got the pattern like a week later.
Yes. Now I could put initials in here and in here. And I was kind of thinking I would put DS for Dave Stokes and SS for Sue Stokes. Or I might do SN for my maiden name, which is North. I'm not sure, but I'm not sure about any of that. I might put the year in. I might put SNS and then the year. But down here, right here is where you're supposed to personalize it. I don't know.
So you're wondering what to do.
Yeah, I'm not. But can I tell you, it was painful finishing this. I was so close, it hurt. And I kept making mistakes, which was making me insane. Like I forgot the K down.
Oh, darn it.
Here. And I'm like, why is that off? Like for some reason, my brain always knows when to check things. I swear I can just innately feel there's something wrong. There was no reason to think that way. I almost left it thinking, well, that's my mistake in here. I almost did, but I wasn't pushed to do that. You know what I mean? You know how like you can feel that gut? My gut was to take it out. It was only like 6 letters, but 6 letters when you're almost done is a lot.
It is. Well, I guess if I were personalizing it, I might think, well, what would Lily and Charlie wish was on here? Or, like, how would that, oh, look, there's Granny's, I don't know. What would they like on there?
I like, you always are so good. I should always come to you on these things. I like that idea. I'm going to think about that.
Like, what would you want your like you inherited your great grandma's sampler. What would be wonderful on there?
I'm going to think about that.
Because I don't feel like we're doing it for ourselves. Like, I kind of feel like that kind of object is and maybe that's naive of me, but
no. I really do believe that Jacob loves my needlework. Chelsea,
I love that.
I know. He has a real appreciation for it. By the way, this is done on covered bridge.
Covered bridge, which I have in the shop. Right? Yes, I do.
I love covered bridge so much. So I am so proud of myself. Like I said, this is not my MO at all. And I just am so driven to have finished artwork now for my walls.
Well, you got it. Now you have to be driven to get it finished.
And I'm really nervous this size shipping. I have to talk to Paige. It's big. So, yeah. And I mean, ideally, Seashore Sharon was like, oh, good. You'll be running down to see Paige this summer. I want to see you.
Yeah.
That could easily happen. We could each do a leg maybe if she wanted to.
Oh, yeah. There you go.
Yeah. So, because she has people up here too that she goes to see. So we'll see. We'll see. It's just a gorgeous piece.
Congrats. That's huge.
Thank you. It feels amazing. It's really not me at all.
It is now. You're
It is.
finishing stuff.
I am. I want this stuff
Mm-hmm.
because it's beautiful. Before
Mm-hmm.
this, I stitched a lot of beautiful things, but they haven't aged well. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where this piece, I can't imagine ever not aging well.
Yeah, like meaning it's not trendy.
Trendy.
That kind of piece I wouldn't be surprised if it's like in a museum, something that looks like that.
Yes.
You
Yes.
go to.
I think that's what I'm more drawn to because I have two starts that are adorable and I love them, but
Mhm.
will I love them in 10 years?
Yeah, it'll be interesting
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, I have some pieces that I still love for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, and who knows if they'll come back around. I don't know. Do you have more finishes?
No. I'll
Well, we'll do
start.
my finish, which I think is one of your starts, which I finally just plugged my way through.
Oh my God. It is so sweet.
It's so cute. It's just such a cute. I love the colors of it. This is done on Dunes at Dusk. What a wonderful fabric to work on.
Yeah.
LFA Linens Dunes at Dusk, which I think I have in my shop too. This just sold out this morning, the kit for this. All my kits are gone. So I'm just going to go ahead and reorder a bunch more. Hopefully I can just keep it in my shop because I have a feeling people want to, I have a feeling people want to stitch it all year to have it in the winter time. It's such a fun, cute little stitch. Those bunny rabbits are trying to give that deer a couple of ornaments and the cardinal, and I just loved everything about it.
So sweet. I actually
Artful
bought this
offerings.
I think this is the nicest gift for somebody that wants to start stitching. So I'm going to
Yeah.
put some Aida. I never get the fabric from you, obviously, because it's my fabric. So I'm going to put the Aida in there. And I think it is such a sweet first piece. And I think it's manageable as a first piece.
Yeah, I think an adventurous beginner who, it's a little bit bigger, I think, for
Mhm.
a person who doesn't really like, if someone really likes what this looks like, they're going to get it done
Yes.
as a beginner. My problem is I don't have a lot of margin. I don't know why I positioned it and started it in that spot on this piece of fabric. And so I don't know what I want to do with it. Do I want to frame it? It's not that big. It's actually,
You still could frame it. You would just go really close.
yeah.
You'd leave like not a lot.
They have pillow instructions. I could make
I
a
want
hanging
a
out of it.
pillow. I
could do a
really
winter hanging with other fabric around it. I kind of like that idea when people mix different, I could find a winter fabric that I could piece with it. I don't know.
I want a pillow. I don't know why. That's my
The only problem is I would have to make it, I think I would need to make it bigger than this because this would be too little of a pillow for your couch, but too big for your dough bowl.
I know. I feel like it's more of a put it in front of something, not in something, but
Mm-hmm.
or it could be amongst other pillows.
Yeah.
It's just so sweet.
It is. It is. It just is a really happy, fun, loving little piece.
I agree.
And should we jump into whips then?
Let's jump into whips.
Hey, let's see what you're up to.
This is a true whip. Oh, I see. Oh my gosh. And I picked it up going, I'm not sure I'm going to enjoy working on this because of all the color changes. I was like, I tell you, I have become a lazy stitcher. I don't want to work at looking at a chart really hard, but
I hear you there.
It isn't. I am loving it.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's stunning. So I did yesterday. I was telling you this morning, my body has really been saying rest a lot to me. So I have been trying to listen to it. So I did both of these.
Mm-hmm. Oh, those are beautiful.
And honestly, the roses, are those roses, I'm assuming?
Yep.
They're very easy because the chart is very bold.
Good.
And it's really interesting. Typically, I think, oh, I like a color chart.
Not for this one.
No, I really am like, because I'm having trouble then seeing the symbols inside.
Hmm.
And I
Hmm.
don't know. I like a chart that's bold and soft, so that you can
Mhm.
just, your eye goes to where it needs to go.
Yeah, but black and white
Hmm.
in this case. I like color when there's maybe 5 colors. Now
I
this one is on covered bridge as well.
I'm pretty sure this is covered bridge.
Yeah,
I personally love colored bridge.
covered bridge. Yeah.
Yes.
Mm,
Oh my gosh. It's
that's
so much
beautiful.
fun. So I got the kit from you,
Yeah, the name I have it on the screen by now, I'm sure.
Freitag. So
Yeah.
I have all, look at my cheater glasses in there, all my colors.
Glasses don't come with the kit.
I
Sorry.
don't go. But here it is. It is so sweet. I could almost make that little pillow. It's really, I
I
feel
want
like
to do that.
I could make, I would put Merry Christmas in it though. Like to me, it doesn't say Merry Christmas in my world,
Yeah.
but I have a friend that I would love to make that for.
Wouldn't that be pretty? That would be pretty for a couple that just got married, with their name and date.
Their name and date.
It's
Absolutely.
really sweet.
I
Or
love it.
or do more pastel colors. It could be a little baby thing.
Yeah,
I
oh
don't
yeah,
know.
like a little birth.
Yeah.
I
It's
love
really
it.
sweet. Beautiful. And those are all classic color works, right? If I recall.
Yeah.
36 count.
36,
I think
33.
I might have one more of those in the shop. I don't know if I'm gonna restock those, but
To
maybe I
me,
will.
classic sampler. Like an
It's
old, in my growing up, this is what I would have seen on a lot of walls.
yes. Yes. It's the colors, the rose, that rose motif.
Even the shape of it, it's not
Mm-hmm.
gigantic. It's,
Mm-hmm.
I love it. I've enjoyed it so much. So
Yep.
I think this is my next focus piece. I'm totally into focus pieces.
Yeah.
I really am. I think this is it. I think I'd like to keep this until it's done.
Mm-hmm.
I'm telling you, who am I?
We're on the same page here. We are on the same page because I've been having this can I show my focus piece?
Absolutely.
That I so desperately wanted to be done with this by this episode. I just couldn't. There was so much fill in, but I want it done. And I finally got the whole house and the window treatments and the snow done. So now I just have that big basket on the top of the house. This is Winter Rose Manor.
Yep.
Oh, I have to fill in that little hexagon thing in the corner too. But yeah, my Winter Rose Manor, I just want this done now. There's no reason why I can't get it done. I'm at the finish line here, but it's really, the fill in has been so fun too. Just, I don't need to look at anything. I love the colorway that I used. I didn't have the conch
Name.
colorway. I wanted a peachy pink, and you can't really see it here, but it's a mottled kind of white. There's a cream
I
color
can
in there
totally
too.
see it, Rachel. You're
So,
holding it perfect.
so I wanted it to look kind of realistic, like a stone house would look. So I basically did vertical columns of about 4 to 5 stitches, kind of depended on where the windows fell, and just went up and down, up and down. And what it did was kind of pool the cream together more and pool the pinky peach together more to look, I think, kind of like more of a, I don't know, like a stone in person. You see it a lot better.
It's so funny because that has such a look of the homes around here.
Does it? Oh, I love that look.
Yeah. Yeah. We have a lot of homes that look like that. It's very Connecticut looking to me.
Yeah, and I've enjoyed using the
I have
bag that Brenda Gervais had, the fabric. This is fabric, but this is what it's going to look like in the end. And how fun to
so
use
fun.
this. Yeah, I just made the bag.
I have one
Her
too.
fabric. Yep, I made Sue one too. But so,
You're gonna love
that's a
doing
big
that
thing, but
basket.
it's
Don't you
really
think you're gonna love doing it?
I think so.
It looks fun.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyway, love. I'm so happy with that piece.
Okay, well, now we can talk about the debacle of a lifetime.
Yay, I love debacles.
No, no. And it's so weird. I have gone into complete denial and like I'm not letting it into my body. It's really weird because it's huge and it's really annoying and I'm so mad. But I won't, it's weird. It starts to come in and I don't let it anywhere near my brain.
What is this? Oh, what's the debacle about
The
the?
debacle is this is supposed to start at, okay, it was supposed to start at this point. So the top is supposed to be down here.
So the whole top row is going to be.
Oh, everything is off.
You can fudge that. I would not restart it.
Oh, I don't think I can. It's off a lot. It's off 3 rows.
But nobody will know once
Oh,
you get into the piece.
the
So this is one
problem-
that's going to be a deal breaker, huh?
The problem is I know, and I feel like right now my gut is to pick this up and work on it is going to create so much stress in my body.
Oh,
So then I thought, okay, all I have to do is lift this up. You
Yeah.
can't.
well,
You can't because the starting point is here. So then you're going to have 4 too many.
oh, crud. You have to lift the whole border, the whole.
And it's on 40 count. And to pull out this whole border, no, it's going to leave. Okay. So, and this is on the club for people who weren't sure, like black looks terrific on it.
Ooh, yeah.
So it's this huge piece. I think I have enough to start just. I was so excited. February 1st, I was living for February 1st.
To
I
give
don't know
his
what
next
made-
clue, this is modern folk. I have it on the screen.
Oh,
right
yeah.
now.
Modern folk.
and gear.
I have no idea again what alerted me. I have no, well, no, I do know. I think I was counting down to do the next letter without looking at this and looking at the chart, going, how many do I have to go down? And I was like, I literally didn't say a word, which you know what I typically would have said, which I won't say here. I literally folded it up like this and I just like put it away.
There you go.
So I have a couple debacles around it. Do I just want to put it away for a while and just not even think about it? Just, do I want to start it in red? I'm a little blacked out.
Maybe
And it's
this
a
is your,
big piece.
yes. The red.
Red, I could do it in blue because I have that other blue one that I'm working on.
I almost see it better in blue just because it's Jacob and it's, I don't know, I think of, it's like that Delft pottery. I don't know why I'm thinking.
So maybe I will do a blue, like a navy.
Ooh.
I don't want it to be, I want it to be a dark color. Navy.
There's
And
some really pretty that look navy in some lights, look black in some light. Like a silk.
silk right now, I can't even imagine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
You can't even imagine touching it. My hands are so bad. Before we forget though, I want to talk about the pan Grimshaw.
Yes.
I used the large anchor. The only reason I'm coming back to it, because we've talked about it, I used 1 large spool and maybe a half of the other.
That whole piece.
Wouldn't you have thought I would need like 4 spools?
Yes.
The large ones, not there's
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 2 size.
there's maybe 15 colors that come in the large.
Ah.
I want to let you know that.
Did you end up feeling comfortable using it in the end?
I did. I really enjoyed it. I liked the storage of it. It was just, I really liked it. At times I was like, it felt like it frayed, but I also think that's on me. I use really long threads. I'm really trying to stop. So no, I really did like it. I would use it again in a minute.
Nice. Oh, that's good to hear.
Yeah.
I can just see like having some sort of little lazy Susan with a point that you can stick that on and then just pull it from wherever your stitching area is.
Yeah.
I don't know. That would be kind of nice. What are there's antiques that are like that. I don't know.
Yeah.
So anyway,
that's my
I don't know. What do you think you're going to do? Right now it's in a preliminary timeout.
Yeah, right now, I feel like I just am enjoying working on one thing.
Yeah.
No, I say that and I started 2 new ones, but they're very different, not my typical everyday go sit at.
Whatever you need to, it's fine, Sue.
Yeah. Yeah.
We know how to rationalize things.
Yes.
I'm not going to start anything new, but I have 2 that I started. That sounds
They're
like
just, you know what it is? I think I need one big project.
Yeah.
Always going. I really enjoy big projects.
Yeah.
Having said that, I have so many big ones started. I feel like from now on, I'm going back. Like that's what I did with this one. I went back to it.
Same. I'm doing the same thing. And I'll pepper my stitching with these smaller things.
Yeah. That's what I'm doing. I'm peppering.
With pepper.
I can see you adding a little like pepper shaker at the top.
Yes. I'm desperately wanting to finish my pears. So I went upstairs to my sewing room after I was done serging thousands of pieces of linen for the club. And I thought, well, I need to just make sure I know how to make a 3D pear, sewing it. So I just grabbed some fabric, and it's not done. I haven't done, but
it's 3D.
Well, it's how it's going to look. So one of the pears is going to be on one side.
Right.
So yeah, so I stitched this up pretty quickly. What I did is I found a pear template on the website of this lady who has these patterns, which I will put down below. It's like pear sampler 1, 2, 3, I think is the name of the samplers, but then of the pear things, but what is she, Santa and Samplers or something like that? It's her blog. So it's kind of hard to find. But yeah, so this turned out a little smaller. So I think what I'm going to do is just kind of, let me get that in, just sort of draw a pear shape around this and make that my template, and then
Are you using like an acetate for the template so you can see through it for placement?
Yeah, that's what I should do, huh?
Just for placement.
Yeah.
I would. Yep. I would need to.
Yeah, I'll do something that, yes, good idea. So that's where I am with the pears.
I love it. I can't wait.
But I did the Lori Holt thing where I cut this. I'm not going to do that next time because the hole up here I opened it up and I could stuff it there. But I'm going to put a really fun patch on there. And I really like the ones that I've seen that have the hand stitching kind of at a diagonal on the sides. And I'll go outside and find a stick. And I think I'll make a felt leaf coming off of it.
Love it.
But this is just a work in progress.
I love it.
For that. All right.
Okay. I can't believe I have so much to show you.
I know we're going back and forth today. This is fun. Where are we?
Oh my gosh. I love this so much.
Good. I do too. I love those bags. I got to make more.
You do. I love it. Oh my gosh. I love it. So I started this.
No,
I got a lot done. This was a weekend.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm off again. I'm really like, I just might not be focusing. I feel like I'm off one row, so I just faked it.
That happened to me a couple times in that pattern.
It did. Okay, good. It makes me feel better.
Oh,
I love it.
It's just cute.
Mine looks bigger than yours. Maybe I can't do a pillow.
No, mine is what count did you use?
36.
Mine is on 36 too. It's bigger than you think, but not. I don't know how to explain. It's medium. It's a medium size.
I love it. I love it. I love it.
I just love it on that fabric.
I do too. I had so much fun stitching it. I will pull it out again. I'm definitely a sampler stitcher though at heart. I think I always have been.
Mhm.
But having said that, I'm really enjoying it. I felt like I really just, again, I'm getting this super focused thing that I've never had. Like I
Mhm.
focused on the tree. I was going to finish the tree if it killed me. And
Mhm. Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, with that one, I remember there being a lot of areas where you didn't need to look at the chart. You can outline and then you just go, go, go. Look at you.
Yeah,
You
look
put
at
them
me.
on floss tags and everything.
I'm trying. I'm trying.
You've succeeded.
I know I did, but I am loving it. I love it.
Good.
So fun.
Good, good, good. Well, I've gathered the materials for a start that I would like to do in February because it starts tonight, Friday night. I was watching Kimberly from Sassy Jacks.
Oh, I haven't
And
watched her.
yeah, I know I haven't seen her in so long. And she briefly shared this free thing that they're doing that includes this chart. It's called Red February.
I saw it.
And did you see it? Yeah, it's here's the skinny. So you go onto her site and you download a free band sampler chart. And it's free, so I can kind of show you. It's a band
Absolutely.
sampler and it's got all the it's a wonderful chart. It's charted very nicely. And you can buy the kit or use your stash, and they have kits that have the red banding and as well as the floss. I happen to have a really skinny piece of
It's that skinny. It doesn't look that skinny.
Dunes at Dusk. Well, this is 36 count, and her pattern that they're using a 28 count on their band. So mine's going to be 3 and like 7/8 inches across by 12 inches down. So it's just going to fit on this, except I'm going to delete the row of numbers
Okay, perfect.
on mine so I can use this piece.
Just looks
This
so much
is
wider.
this is Dunes at Dusk.
Like dunes.
So pretty. So pretty. And I've decided I'm going to try the Earth Fiber Planet Silk.
Ooh.
I've never tried it. This is tomato. And yeah, so I've never done that. The Bristol Orphanage. And what really caught my eye was join us each Friday at 7 p.m. Eastern time for a live stitch read with Sassy Jacks. And she said they're going to share some information about Bristol Orphan Houses and George Mueller. And so I might just tune in and start it tonight if I'm around, which I will be because I never go out. So yeah, so I'm really excited to start that. Maybe this video will be up tonight and
So fun. I was considering doing again, I might commit to something I have like an Olympic stitch.
oh yes, that started too.
I think I know they've already happened, but I think they're televising the opening. I love the opening ceremonies. Honestly, the Olympics, we watch so much sports in this house that I just tune out. And I loved playing sports, but I don't love watching. Like, I get bored.
There's certain events that I seem to get into and I like it in the background, but then it depends what mood I'm in too. Sometimes their backstories I find so fascinating and then I get invested in the athlete. And sometimes I'm like, oh, cry me. I just stop manipulating me to make me watch this. I don't know what my problem is.
Yeah. I just, the other thing is I don't really like television at night. Like I shut down by night. I don't want noise. I don't want anything. So I half watch everything. Like literally I watch something and then it comes on again and I'm like, have I seen this? Like I don't look up. I just listen.
Brian and we rarely watch TV together, and Brian would love to watch TV with his wife. So we're watching All Creatures Great and Small on PBS, which is really cute.
Yeah.
And I'm surprised he likes it. And so he sits there and watches it, and I'm stitching and I'm kind of in and out. I was driving him nuts last night because I would be like, wait, what? I thought she didn't do this. And he's like, she just said it. And it's like, ooh, I got to just keep my mouth shut.
I know, I don't pay attention. We are watching something totally inappropriate right now and I'm loving it. We watch We watch really crazy TV.
Is it you or Dave that really likes to like find these weird shows?
Both of us.
Okay, good.
Both of us. And like we're like really into zombie, like not into, but like
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. But this one, okay, I'm going to tell you what it is, but please don't judge me, anyone out there, because it's so funny. And the righteous
And the views of Sue do not reflect on what's the phraseology I should have on the I'm teasing.
Put it across.
I watched The Real Housewives.
Oh, no.
franchise,
Okay,
so-
no. This is the Righteous Gemstones on HBO with John Goodman. It's the thing with this is,
John Goodman.
oh my God, I love the actors in it. They are so funny.
Mhm.
It's so inappropriate. Everyone, we might lose a significant amount of people, but we dye really good fabric, you guys.
I don't watch it.
It's hysterical. I think it's hysterical.
I've never heard of it. Yeah.
Well,
We all have our weird things we enjoy. Brian and I, he liked Downton Abbey enough to watch with me.
no, Dave won't.
And then I watch, Brian doesn't like zombie, apocalyptic sci-fi. Ugh.
I'll be honest, since the pandemic, it's all too scary for me. So I don't watch it. It's too heavy.
Yeah.
Before this, I did and really enjoyed it.
Even Percy can't sit there and because the sounds coming out of Brian's office are, it's like, Percy just comes out like, oh, I'm going to sit by you and watch The Real Housewives.
Well, it's hysterical because Game of Thrones, I never watched, but it was always on.
Yeah.
And like, I would be like, I can't even watch, but the sound effects of chopping off arms and
it's so stressful for me.
It's stressful. I did watch I knew a lot of went on because I half watched that too, but I did watch the last season. But yeah, I agree.
Oh, tangent.
Sorry.
Okay, back to Bristol.
Okay. Yeah.
And the irony is not lost on me that I'm putting a Bristol sampler. These are orphans who probably didn't have the best quality materials, but maybe they did. Did they have hand-dyed nice linen and silk? No, I don't think so.
I think probably not the orphans. And
yeah, so maybe I should have. I'm not an orphan.
Doing mine with silks.
Okay.
I'm doing mine with silks.
Okay.
All right. What else have you got?
I'm done with my whips.
I have one more start.
You beat me today.
So I went out to my I want to say yarn shop, my needlework shop. And I hate to not walk away with something. Like I felt bad. Like I was like, oh, I should grab something. And we might have gotten this from, oh my gosh, Farm Girl.
Michelle,
thank you. Oh my God, I just totally lost her name. Remember the retreat and we were able to get, did we get this? Did we get this?
I think that did come from
Paulette. I have two because I bought it. So if we do, I'll check that out. And if we do a giveaway, I'll throw.
I didn't get that one. Yeah.
Oh, you didn't?
I don't think I have that one.
After I got home, I'm like, that's the same one. I'm at that point where when I first got back into stitching, I started to collect patterns and I don't know what I bought. And again, I feel like I'm at this point where it's like, no, only if I want to stitch it. I'm not a collector. But anyways, I got this. The reason I got it is I wanted to try our Aida, which I haven't been an Aida stitcher. I don't even know when, but I will tell you, I love it. So I am working on 16 count.
Oh, wow.
Gosh, I can't remember if this was, no, I don't think this was a club piece. I don't know what it is. But I'm not using a hoop.
Yes.
B, it's so easy.
When I did my little research on Zweigert and when they came out with Aida, they wanted a cloth that you did not need to have a hoop or anything. And I know a lot of people use a hoop or Q-snaps when they stitch with Aida, but the
Yes.
whole purpose of the stiffness, well, not the whole, but a big purpose was for you not to need anything.
Yeah. However, because this is dyed, a lot of the sizing comes out. So it's not as stiff as if you were to buy a piece off the rack.
Yes.
But I love it. The only problem is the horse is white and it's not going to show up. Look at. So I think I'm going to double the white.
Yes, that's a good idea.
I think that's what I'm going to do is double the white, but I really, really am enjoying it. And no, I didn't. Yes, I did some, not all.
You're using the sewing method, obviously.
I'm using
the Aida.
Mostly the sewing. Yes, I use it almost always. A little messy.
Me too.
Trying really hard to be neat.
It's good. It's good.
Trying.
We need Tiger Lily Carrie to come up with a floss. I don't know. She's come up with this like really cool floss folder thing,
which is beautiful.
It's amazing what she's using for her Mary Morgans, which she's doing on 16 count Aida.
Yes, has she started that?
I think today her next episode is going to drop because it was her birthday start, and her birthday was last weekend. I cannot wait, and I am kitting up those Mary Morgans with your fabric. It's gorgeous. And I can't get the actual hard copy, so I'm going to have everybody go to. There you go. That's what she's working on. But in Aida, but you can buy it digitally. The pattern off of Fox and Rabbit.
Yes,
it's just nowhere to be found in this country.
This might be my next focus, but honestly, I think my next focus is going to be Forget Me Not, because that's a single color. Jacob, Forget Me Not.
Oh, yes. Oh, you do have a few of those that. But really? Back to Carrie, I want Carrie to come up with a organ. We use our tags and then we throw them in our bags and they get all smushy.
Yes.
It'd be nice to have just some sort of sheath.
I agree.
I'll try and come up with something.
Come up with that and have her make it.
Anyway, yeah, that would be easier.
It's fun. I feel like this is going to be my kind of mindless stitch. Like just kind of work on it here and there. I'm not feeling super drawn to it. Like I have to have it done, but I also do love the thought of having some summer stuff.
Right.
Some patriotic summer stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Very cool. I can't wait to, I'm on the fence if I'm going to do my Mary Morgans in Aida or on linen. I like the idea of the 36 count linen. It's just so big. So I'm like, oh.
And I'm doing 40. And honestly, 40 is not my jam.
Little smaller, a little more focus involved.
Mm-hmm. A little. It just 36 is so lovely for me to work on.
Yeah,
it's just that sweet spot of I can see it well.
Mm-hmm.
I like it with one strand.
Mm-hmm.
We'll see. I don't have a lot done on that, so I could change my mind. I have very little done on that.
I have never tried 40 count, so I need to try it because who was I watching? Probably Lisa Smith. She's saying that for her 40 count, she just really loves how one strand looks on it, even better than 36.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. I got to try it, but I don't know. I want to also enjoy what I'm stitching. And if it's something that's going to give me a little more, just even a little more grief than my 36, I'm not going to want to stitch it.
Well, and honestly, you know what? That's the other thing about the Jacob piece. It's 40 count.
Oh.
That's the other piece. I'm pretty sure it's 40 count. I'm gonna have to look.
Boy, I would put that in hibernation then.
I have to. It's just weird. Because if I start thinking about it, it will eat up so much space in my brain and it'll make me so frustrated.
Now's a good time to stop too. I'd hate for you to try and get that top done and then decide. There's so many more Jacobs out there that, you could.
I know.
I want to do some of his Christmas ones.
I
so
want to do
badly.
I love his stuff.
They're gorgeous. They are gorgeous.
I have another one of his that I forgot I had that I think it could be another start when I'm done with this piece.
Uh-huh.
It is, here's my blue one. Look at my blue one.
I gotta finish mine.
This is gonna be my next focus.
Now, which one is that?
This is Forget Me Not.
That's Forget Me Not. Okay.
That I think is going to be my next focus piece because I love it. But I had downloaded and started. This is on like 40 count. Holy moly. And I don't like the yellowish fabric. It was a piece I had.
Mm-hmm.
The killer with being a fabric dyer is you can have all the fabric in the world.
And a closer that, I mean, I'm literally touching every piece and feeling.
I know.
It's torture. I want to stitch whenever. Oh, I love that. Little Bird's Quaker sampler.
I love this one.
I love the positioning of the alphabet.
I think it's going to be a fast one, honestly.
For you.
Well,
and if you just focus on it.
Focus makes all the difference in the world.
Mm-hmm.
All the difference. But yeah.
I really want to finish my mystery sampler by him from, what was that, 2020 mystery sampler? Yeah, because last year there was another one I skipped.
Last year's, I think, is my favorite, and someday I am going to make it.
It's beautiful, and the two-tone blues are gorgeous.
Yeah, someday I'm going to make that one because I love it. I know. Yeah. All right. We should have a plan around that one. The 2021 that we haven't finished, like a goal around. Let's talk about that next time.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Goal for 2 weeks and make it very small.
Yeah.
Like, is to finish this spot right here.
Mm-hmm. I have the whole bottom row to do yet.
Oh no, I don't. I'm really close.
Yeah, you're really close.
I don't know where it is.
We should do that. Okay.
Next time we'll talk about that one.
Yep, we will. Fabric. So I hemmed and hawed. I think I've used that phrase twice now in this episode.
I like hemmed and hawed.
I've hemmed and hawed about this particular fabric line. I really wanted to get it because I love the designer. And I was just like, I just want to get it because I really want to support her because I love her work so much and just her business sense. And that's the lovely and talented Terasa Kogut. So
you got some of her fabric.
She came out with this fabric line for the love of nature. And I only looked at it online and I was like, oh, really, really cute, but I never jumped on the bandwagon. And then I saw Kimberly from Fat Quarter Shop flip through it. And I purchased it right away. And I got the Fat Quarter bundle, which is beautiful, and she's got panels too, but I wanted to just show you because I think as stitchers this is such a great fabric line for finishing, for someone who wants to make something that is prim oriented, all ages, this particular fabric. But this is kind of the what do you call this? This is the one that all the others, this is the actual SKU that all the others kind of follow
based on.
Sort of, yeah. So this particular Fat Quarter is all the animals. And how cool would this be for fussy cutting on hexes? All these different plants and trees and the moth. I love that moth and the fox. And what I love too about this is her style of art, which is very like tone on tone, layer on layer, collage. She mixes in different patternings. It really shows up on this fabric. You can just see how it's not like a solid color.
It's gorgeous.
It's just gorgeous. So this SKU has all the animals and plants on it. This SKU is very similar, but it also has a house on it, which is so stitcherly in my opinion.
Oh, even project bags.
Yeah, I mean, look at the raccoon. The animals are a little bigger, I think, in this one. The trees, I absolutely love all the different geometric motifs within the trees. And again,
Mm,
that house. I mean, how many houses have we stitched that look like that?
that is
So
gorgeous.
those are the two kind of main fabrics, and then they all come in, different background colors. So there's this
That
beautiful
green.
plum color, a gray.
Oh, it's gray. It looks green. It's gorgeous.
Yeah.
They're upside down.
This one is green. This one is
Oh,
like a
okay.
forest green, hard to tell. This one is gray.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah, but I mean, just gorgeous. And then the companion, I don't know what you call it in the business, but they're so pretty. So, I love these little flowers. How perfect.
Gorgeous.
And then just to add a little bit of, I don't know, masculinity to it. I absolutely think you can do so much with these. These would make great backings for your pillows.
Yes.
And then she's got this moth kind of geometric. Let me see if I can get this one.
She's
show.
amazing. What she accomplishes is amazing.
I absolutely love this. And what put me over the edge when I was watching Kimberly show these, for some reason, I am so drawn to this with all the trees and the house scattered. It's on gray, it's on cream.
Oh. Oh.
I know, and the green. And then she's got this checker, which would be great on the back.
Gosh, there's so much.
And again, it's her technique, her artistry. It's like she drew it, or she did the art like she always does, and then they took a picture of it. And I just think it's so lovely. And the panels, the quilt kit, which I think I might get. It's actually pretty easy because the whole center is a huge panel with all these animals and whatnot. And then the border is her stripe, which her stripe doesn't come in the fat quarter set, but her stripe is all all animals and trees. I can't explain it. Maybe I could put a picture in here, but I just think this line is so pretty.
Gorgeous.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many ways you can use this, but anyway, so I wanted to share that with you. And
love it.
It started out with just wanting to support Teresa because I love her and love her designs, and then it was like, this is fabulous.
Yeah. So. I know. We were talking about that. She has so many gorgeous patterns that I forget.
She's just so overall talented, and in a business sense too, to utilize her talents and share it with all of us in different ways. And
yeah.
And I love how, I mean, she's had fabric lines before, and she hadn't had one, I think, for a few years. And one of her viewers and friends, I believe, Colleen from, they have a floss tube, her and her sister. On the West Coast.
Oh, not the
Stitching with the Sisterlies.
Oh, I love them.
Colleen called up or emailed Kimberly directly at Fat Quarter Shop and said, you need to get this person a fabric line. So,
I love them.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't know a lot about them, but I've watched them. So it's one or they're quilters and stitchers.
Yeah, which makes it fun because they like all the things too.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they used to be living near each other that they could podcast together.
That's what I thought.
Like us, 2 screens.
How nice, though. It is amazing that we can do this. I remember when Chelsea moved, there weren't people doing this, like splitting the screen, I don't think. And we were like, we got to figure out how to do that. And
yes,
it was not an easy, it still has its problems.
It does, but I do remember when you two moved to that. I was thinking the other day, it was several years ago. I had no idea what YouTube was, and I had the flu, and I was in bed for like 5 days over Christmas, and I found all these beauty channels, and I was just watching them on YouTube because I was bored and had nothing to do. And then I was like, well, I wonder if anybody is talking about knitting on YouTube. So I put in knitting podcast or something, and Susan B. Anderson came up, and I think, I got to do this. I think Chelsea came up because she was one of the first people. She just she was in front of her Christmas tree and just talking about her
It was our
knitting.
giant Christmas tree.
Okay. And so I binged a couple of hers, and then I think you came on and you said something about your Periscope, and I was like, well, I might as well check the I made it.
weird?
I was like, what's Periscope? So I found the app, and okay, you're my only person I'm following on Periscope. And then
It's also weird.
now I'm podcasting with you.
I know.
That is hilarious.
Paige.
Yeah.
Which Paige put up a great video.
I have it queued up. I want to watch tonight.
It's so good. She's really becoming quite the homesteader. Paige, jealous.
I worried about her chickens during that storm they had last
Fine.
week. Yeah. I was envisioning her in the house with the chickens.
Yeah.
But she said no, she would never bring her chickens back in because she had them in the house when they were babies. I remember.
I think most people do, don't they?
I think so.
For
Yeah.
a certain amount of time. I wish I could get chickens. I'm afraid of them.
Yeah. I grew up with chickens. I grew up on a semi-farm. My parents lived on this. It was a farm, but my parents rented out the land to the local farmer. But we had a silo and a chicken coop and a pig pen, and my dad would get little baby chicks, and we had a chicken coop, and
that is so cool.
We'd get the eggs. I love to go out and now I know my mom was kicking me out of the house to go help your dad in the chicken coop. I can't stand you right now. You're driving me crazy. But
oh, those were
I would trudge out to the chicken coop. I just remember it always being in snow. I mean, I'd be like in my snowmobile boots and my heavy coat and trudging with my dad out to the chicken coop. But the baby chicks, when they arrive in their box and the warmer, and that was fun.
Yeah. I wish we have coyotes. We would need a lot of protection. Our neighbors have them, and I think a hawk got them all once. Yeah. I love the idea of it, but I don't do creatures.
Honestly, Percy is my only creature. Like, people are like, oh no, you're a dog person. I'm a Percy person. I don't know about other dogs.
No, you wouldn't know if you were a dog person if you came here.
Yes.
With Winnie, you have to be a dog person. Like, she's a lot of dog.
Aw,
I know.
Yeah. I finally picked up this book. When I got the fabric, I needed just a little bit more to get the free shipping.
I can't read it.
This is the Ultimate Sampler Motif Source Book. Remember, by Barbara Keyes, that book everybody was getting that has all
Yes.
Yeah. So I envisioned myself using this at some point just to make up my own little life sampler.
Yeah.
For fun. Oh, wow. Look at all the dogs.
Oh my gosh, that would be so. And now are they can you use them and produce samplers and publish?
Oh, I don't know about that.
A lot of times.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, like I know, like Dover clip art you can use to publish. I'm wondering if that's a.
I'm just looking to see if she says anything. I'm sure she would say in here, wouldn't she?
You would say one way or another not to be used.
Individual motifs are free to use, but whole pages may not be reproduced. So free to use, does that mean free to sell? I don't know.
I'd be curious.
I mean, there's a lot that, are in our samplers.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I feel like a lot of stuff like that, like motifs on older samplers are very common, the same ones over and over. So
I just heard the other day that Winnie the Pooh is now not subject to copyright because it's over 100 and some years. I don't know all the details, but it was on the news. Like,
wow.
Yeah. There's some age where it.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah.
There definitely is. I don't know why 50 years comes into play, but that doesn't sound like long enough.
I feel like it's 100 because I remember hearing from the 1920 Winnie Pooh. So that makes sense. We're in 2022.
Yeah.
The other thing that This is Aunt Margaret, Tales from Aunt Margaret from the file. This is like back when I was doing Treehouse Fiber Arts, Treehouse Knits podcasts. Aunt Margaret always, when I was younger and I lived in Chicago, I would go out to the suburbs and visit Aunt Margaret, and she'd always tell me to go check your file folder because throughout the couple weeks that she hadn't seen me, she'd find things in the newspapers, magazines that she'd think I'd be interested in, and I'd go check my. And so I'd arrive and I'd be like, I'm gonna go check my file folder. So I'd go get my stuff. Well, then I moved from Chicago, but I still have the virtual file folder. She's in her 80s now, and she still likes to keep up on, and she reads all of her newspapers and really loves to learn. She's a lifelong learner.
Wow,
and she's the one that told me about this book called Worn, A People's History of Clothing. So Sue and I and a few others of our friends are having a little book club, hopefully starting in February. But the book is all about how did we get from everyone owning a couple of outfits? You had maybe 2 outfits for the week and you had your Sunday clothes. How did we go from that just in like 50, 60, 70 years to having clothing that, I mean, she gives statistics like every second 1 billion pounds of clothing is sent to the, it's crazy how now when we buy clothing, it maybe lasts a season and we throw it out. And it's so just amazing how much we buy in clothing. And in the first chapter, she talks about how if you look at old movies and you kind of look at their clothes in the old movies, they're so well made. And now our clothes are not well made, the materials, whatnot. So she talks about that, but then she goes through each type of fiber. And the first chapter is all about linen. The second grouping is all about cotton. She talks about silk. Then she gets into synthetics, and then finally wool, which all of us are knitters that are on this little book club thing that we're doing here. So far it's reminded me a lot of some of the things that the a women's history, what's it called? Women's work, the first 20,000 years.
Okay.
That I read a few years ago, which is fabulous, by Elizabeth Barber, is her name. But yeah, I like these kind of books, so I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited too. It is so interesting because just yesterday I was out with my mother. It's like, I have got to buy some clothes. I haven't bought clothes in 3 years because
Yeah, why?
And I'm not a big clothes person. Like I am that would love a capsule wardrobe.
Yes.
I would love to buy quality clothes over quantity. But it's hard because you feel like, oh, I just wore this. Like people are like, who notices? Who cares?
Well, she does talk about how clothing from the very beginning has a status element to it.
That's social pressure. And
yes.
you know where Chelsea buys a lot of her, she's really kind of the same. Like it's harder for her being younger and more limited income, but she goes through conscious clothing and the price on these things are outrageous.
Yeah.
But in all they're not.
No, price per use.
Exactly. And they will last her forever. And she lives in them. And so a lot of times for like a big Christmas gift, that's one piece of clothing and that's it. And but it is such a smart way to roll. But it speaks to everything, right? Like refrigerators are made to last 10 years and then you throw it out. And no matter what you pay for it, that's just how long they last. And
terrible. I know.
It's awful because it's that whole consumerism, money is so important and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah.
Priorities. And
well, in clothing, she gives a statistic, a Ford truck has increased in price 10 times since 1960 something, whereas clothing has not, it's gone down in price.
Yeah.
So it's like,
and it is that piece of it's forget the word, I'm losing it, like you just throw it out.
Disposable.
Disposable.
Mhm.
Like clothing has
Yeah.
become disposable. It's like, but it's kind of the same thing around like that, making that beautiful sampler and finishing it and investing your money in it. And it's the same now, like for me with knitting, if I'm going to make a sweater, it's a sweater, it's a classic look. I want it to
Yeah.
last. And
Right.
yeah, I don't know that society will ever change to that though.
I don't know either. And it's interesting, like in the 60s, 50s and 60s, it was a negative thing to say, oh, she looks like she makes her clothes. Whereas just 50 years before that, all the women, I mean, the woman's work in the home was, it was crazy how much time was devoted to making fabric and clothing. And that's why you only had 2 outfits or 3 outfits in your closet. That's why the closets are so tiny in these little homes. When you go to, like, our house in Tacoma was 1924, and the closet was like,
Well, it's so funny because that's exactly, we had a farmhouse. Oh gosh, I forgot what, it was so old, so old. And there was one closet in the entire house in the bedroom, and it was tiny. Then we moved to my grandmother's house, which was like almost like a Victorian.
mm-hmm,
So, and it was, they were wealthier. So it was, the house was beautiful,
mm-hmm.
but 2 closets,
Yeah.
2 closets.
I would love to be able to fit everything in 2 closets comfortably,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
have stuff. We're so into, yeah. And,
yeah.
becoming a knitter and learning about fiber, and especially learning about wool and its properties and the different types of sheep and the different breeds that have different qualities that are, it's true. When you wear wool, it self-regulates. When you wear polyester, I'm to the point now where if I see something has spandex, polyester, lycra, I know I'm going to overheat and I'm going to be sweaty and I'm going to have to wash it immediately. Whereas my wool sweaters that I wear during the winter, I actually don't wash them all winter,
Same.
right? And then you wash them and then put them away for the summer.
Yep.
And they don't smell. I mean, I should ask my family, but I don't think I smell. They don't. It's incredible. It's incredible. And these fibers that we're wearing that are made from petroleum. Whoa, when you think about it. But it's enabled fabric to be cheaper. And now we've gone down a huge tangent just because I wanted to share a book. But I think there's people out there that,
Oh, it's so interesting. And I often believe I was born in the wrong time, or I'm here again or something, because if I can make it, I want to make it. Like I always say, I would probably be churning my own butter if I had what it took, because there's something about the pride in it originates from your hands. It's amazing. And
well,
you
yeah,
know,
if you think about it, our ancestors just 100 years ago probably were eating food that they knew they produced it, or they knew the person that produced it, and they were wearing clothes that they knew who made it,
Yeah.
or what the fabric.
I think that is so cool, and there's so much value in it, and people don't value that stuff. Where
No.
I mean, I would make everything I need if I had the ability to. Like, I mean, it's the joke amongst knitters, right? As we're knitting socks, like, you can buy those for $3.
Oh, I know people are. And I remember
Buy
when I
socks.
first got into knitting, I'm like, the one thing I'm not going to do is make socks. That is ridiculous. And the minute you put on a pair of hand knit socks, wool hand knit socks, you'll never, I don't know.
I never buy socks.
No, I don't either, unless they're really thin. I don't even know. I don't wear those anymore anyway.
Yeah, I know. I only wear hand knit. I know. Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
I got them on right now. If I could lift up my foot to my head, I would.
I have not, I just have fuzzy slippers on because they're so cozy. So. It is such a cozy day here, but let's look at my book of days.
Yeah, let's look at it. This time you didn't go, wait.
Okay, here's January, and
Oh.
I stitched every day except we went to Vermont, and stitching is not a possibility in Vermont. And and I can't stitch in the car, which makes me very sad because I used to, and I don't think I can anymore. So I knit.
Yeah.
But I don't know if I wrote over here, like what I'm working on and the fabric to try to help myself remember. Look at MFA Sal, 40 count fabric of the month, black anchor. Look at this.
Wow.
Modern folk, finished, clue 1. It's a
Oh.
lie.
You need to put a mean old sticker on, a debacle sticker on there.
I know. So yeah, so here. So now we're in February. So I will write in here. Although, oh shoot, where did I finish Anne? I thought I wrote it. Oh, I did. Finished Anne. So over here, I'm going to put finishes of the month. Is it possible that D Freitag could be a finish? Look, it's Valentine's. So
this is kind of fun. I mean, and look at our hand. That's when we podcast.
Let me podcast.
You know, it is a little more exciting than my boring book, I have to say.
Yeah, I really do enjoy it. I have to say, I try to keep it right here. I sticker like one day, like I was stickering this morning when we met. I don't know. I kind of like it.
Yeah, and I like how you're using the side. You're basically putting the information that I put in mine, the start date, the name, what fabric you're using. Because I never, oh gosh, come on, Light. I never need to put anything in notes, and I'm not going to track my time like Kimberly does, because this is not my job to stitch. So maybe next year, this might transition me to.
If you want one next year, I am going to gift you one, because every time I order it, I want to order you one. And my fear is that this is the year you decided to get it. So let's just
I'm not gonna
right
get it
now. I am buying yours for next year.
Yay!
Yes,
that's awesome. Yeah, I think you've convinced me. Now I just need to look at stickers.
Yeah, stickers are fun. I still am using my same antiquarian sticker book.
Yeah,
I know there's a lot, and I know they had a half price sale. I think
I heard about that.
Brenda was talking about it because she gets 1 million, which reminds me, I keep forgetting, and I brought this out because do you remember this was in the Christmas Advent? And Laura was so sweet when she heard that I wanted, like I loved it so much, she gifted it to me. And I don't think
her it was from her Teresa Vanette Advent. That was so nice of her.
It was so sweet of her. She sent me a message, and I was like, I was so excited because I love La Di Da so much. They are my favorite.
Well, I know when I showed that on the episode,
I was like, dying.
That is me.
I know. So this is one of those like quick little, I might pick up someday and just decide I'm in the mood because it's tiny, I think.
That was so nice. Why don't I do stuff like that? I need to think.
I know.
Like that.
I am filled with so many good intentions, and we all know the road to hell is paved with good intentions. I'm going.
Oh no.
But yeah, I feel the same way, and because it takes a lot of effort and time and energy to say, I'm going to do that, put it in the mail, right? That takes a lot.
It doesn't though. We have mail stuff for our businesses. It's quick.
I know.
I'm going to be on that is my goal this week. I'm going to be on the lookout how I can do a kind gesture to another floss tuber.
Okay, I'll do the same.
Or just someone on Instagram that
just someone period. Because it might be someone that isn't at all involved that needs something this week.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm on that. That means we have to leave the house though, probably maybe not.
I'll just send George out to the mailbox and he'll put the flag up.
Oh, my introvert side is raging.
Oh, I know. We're always ready to take naps after this. Boy, Percy's been good. I'm all alone today. Nobody in the house but he and I. I don't know where he is. He's probably sleeping in the den over there.
If that was Winnie, there would be like something eaten or.
Where is Winnie?
Winnie's with Dave. Dave has been incredibly busy lately, so I've had her a lot. And you know what? I was thinking about this morning. If I was like you right now, home alone, I wouldn't have the door shut. I always shut the door just for privacy and to keep things quiet. I would have the door open. This would be no big deal, so it wouldn't bother her. She heard me from upstairs, close the door. She came flying down and slammed her whole body into the door.
Oh my gosh.
She's a monster. I love her. Well, I thought we were getting ice here and we're not. So I'm going to run to the grocery store because I put it off.
That sounds like fun.
I know, really.
I want to edit this podcast so I can get it up tonight. And if any of you are going to go on Sassy Jack's 7:00 Eastern time thing, I'll see you there maybe.
Yes, I didn't know if you wanted to do a shop update at all.
Oh, yeah, just come see my shop. I've got a lot of really fun new kits in there. They're selling out kind of fast. I do have all of the fabric that Sue has sent to me in. So there's like 5 different fabric colorways and lots of different sizes. And I've done my best to make it as easy to use and operate within the system that I'm using as possible, but lots of great fabric in there.
And you have more coming next week.
I've got more coming. People are slowly finding it. I decided I did not want to do like a shop update or anything like that. I love the idea of people who are coming to my site anyway, for them to just kind of come across the fabric. And I've had people that have kind of like, oh, it's there, and they'll buy some stuff. I am going to send a newsletter out just to my newsletter subscribers either tonight or tomorrow morning, letting them know about the linens too. So that's kind of how I'm going to operate with
it's less of the
things that everybody wants. And
yeah, it's so hot in here now. You're getting paler and I'm getting
I know.
This is really good for my sourdough though.
Oh my gosh.
It's growing. Okay. I like that way of buying better, where it's not a frenzy, like, oh, I gotta hurry up. Everyone knows I gotta this way.
I don't want carts hijacked, and I don't know what my system would do if it was that crazy.
Yeah, it's nice to have the luxury of and we're always going to put more in. If it's not there, let us know. I will make sure to get it to you. And
yeah, I have some fun new little notions too. I don't have with me, but I sent an email out to my newsletter subscribers last week, and the notions have been kind of well received. There's a fun little pouch that opens up wholly, like the whole thing opens up, and so.
Did I not see this?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh,
I don't know what other cool stuff. I've just got some really fun ideas in the future. Some collaborations coming up that fit really well with Treehouse Fiber Arts, kind of that kit one-stop shop curated place that I think you guys are going to really love. So
I love it.
I'll have to talk to Sue about that offline.
Okay.
And now I'm glowing.
I'm so hot because my room is really warm because the door.
You're like turning red. I'm turning whiter. Oh my gosh. I think the universe is trying to tell us this is the end.
We're done.
We're done.
Oh my God.
38 is in the can.
Done. All right. I'm going to hit. Okay. Let's say goodbye.
All right. You guys, thanks so much for joining us today. We love your comments. Read them all. They feed our soul and make us want to do this. I mean, Sue and I would be chatting like this anyway. You're kind of coming along for the ride, and we love meeting you all, especially on Discord, which I'm loving seeing. We've got some people that are telling us about what they're going to be doing on their linen club, and we had another person just show an FO and say, how would I finish this? Somebody just help me understand what I should do. And it's just a really nice.
Yeah, don't be shy about it either, because like Chelsea also has one, and it's so cool because hers is older and it's her Patreon community. And those people are becoming friends. Like they all really know each other. So don't be shy. I mean, I pop in a lot. I'm just not a great commenter. I'm really just reading it quick and then going on to what I'm doing. But but it is set up for you guys to create a community around stitching. So don't be shy, go over
Yeah.
there, introduce yourselves, show what you're working on.
Yeah, and I think, I mean, there's things on Discord that we haven't utilized yet, that if you have any ideas, like if you're a Discord person and you want to help us manage our Discord, please let us
Yes,
know.
and like I know on Chelsea's group, they have like a sourdough thread. They have they're all into house plants, books, TV show. Like you can have different categories and tell us what you're honestly, what I would love to see right now is what are you reading? Because I am struggling finding a good book. So I'm giving you that as a little job.
Okay, we're gonna and what are you cooking for your
Cooking.
suppers? Oh, I'm so not inspired by cooking.
Same. And I feel like that it's really interesting because I'm on both and I pop over there because there's a lot of activity over there all the time. And it's not Chelsea. It's her people that are on there.
Yeah. Does she have a moderator or like any
I think
super
Justin,
users?
I think Justin does something.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure her husband, if people don't know that. But yeah, it's really fun, but it's really like her patrons have really taken it on as that is their group. And Chelsea's not on a lot. Obviously, she doesn't have time quite often, but she pops in, but it's really their community.
That's cool.
So,
yeah,
take advantage of it, you guys. Like,
yeah,
it's a great way to really just stay connected.
So I'll put the link to the Discord down below. Unfortunately, I'll try and make it so it's linkable, but I'm also occasionally posting the link every week on our YouTube channel as a post. So look for it there. Or if you want it right away, email me. I'll send you an invite.
Yeah.
All right, that's it. Bye.
Okay, gotta go. Bye.